not too much. I haven't really been around the radio a whole lot. I've been listening a lot. Been doing a few things over here, but yeah, not a whole lot going on. It's pretty dead over here. All last night there was a lot of South Pacific in there. Those guys around 41 and 43 stayed in there pretty late. But other than that, not really a whole lot going on. I didn't hear much this morning to the east or to the north. Across the pond, I didn't hear. I heard a few stations to the south. I worked a few activations a little while ago. I heard those guys call, so I came in real quick and made sure I got in the log. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on this way, Kilsaw.
Yeah, it was a slow start. It was a slow start this morning. I really didn't expect to hear much, but it finally opened up into Europe for us. I didn't really make a whole lot for as many stations as I was hearing. I did a lot of listening, but I worked 74 Sugar Delta 101 down in Namibia. He was my first contact. And I worked station over in Spain, and then Guadeloupe Island, and then back into Europe with contact into Sardinia. And then I worked a station up in Madeira Island, 119 Division. Then Orlando in the 24, and I just worked Terry down in the 43. But I was hearing Europe it was almost 5 o'clock, I think. I think it was around 5 o'clock, and I was still hearing stations in Europe coming in. Surprised you guys out west weren't hearing it. But yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary. Good spread of DX. I was just, taking my time with all the contacts. But most of Spain was really dominating. I heard a few guys in Italy, but their signals were quite low. And some stations in Africa. Yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary. It was a good day at DX, though, back here. I can't complain. And like you said, last night was good. I worked more guys in the 43 last night than I have probably all year long. So, 3, 4, I think I made 4 contacts down there last night. And it seemed like the DX held in there a little longer than it has. So, not too bad. Good. It was a good night last night and a pretty good day today.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, no, it was quiet over here. I was looking in the on the clusters and saw how a few stations, back east were working a few in Europe and Africa and stuff like you said. But over here, there's nothing going on. It was. I read a little post of a guy in Florida that said he had. He was looking at S9 of stations nonstop on his radio and being down there in Florida, and another guy said something about it. He didn't hear anything, and then I put my little 2 cents in there and told him I haven't heard nothing in months over here. So I don't know. It'll come around. I'm hoping in the evening it should it ought to straighten up a little bit. The Pacific's been pretty good to me last few weeks or so. So. There might be, I know the last few days I've been able to talk to a few folks in 153 over that way and stuff. I'm kind of looking for that 113 activation over there. I kind of had the antenna sitting there yesterday evening, kind of around the time when I should have heard them, but I didn't start seeing spots on the cluster until way late. I mean, it was like, I want to say it was almost midnight here. Then I started seeing the spots come up, but so I guess he got started a little later in the afternoon or something. But I know if he's out there early in the morning, I guess that's probably about 7, 8 o'clock their local time. So if he's out there early in the morning, I know I'll probably be able to get him. But yeah, but it's been pretty quiet over here. But no, the heat kit sounds good over here though, nice and clean like it always is. So I guess that ought to work. Hopefully it'll be something out there you can give that thing a workout. QSL.
Yeah, I've been working this since last night. Yeah, it works really well. Seems like whenever I work this radio, I don't know, maybe it's just coincidence, but it always seems like I have better luck working this radio than my 767. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just coincidence, but it always seems like I work more stations on this radio than I do the other one. Yeah, I can't complain. Yeah, I heard you one night working a guy over in the 79 division. I was trying to hear him, but I was moving my antenna all around, trying to point out that way, and just nothing at all. I can hear you coming in from the back side of your antenna. I forget which station it was, but yeah, we don't get to hear them guys over here. So hopefully it'll open up here into Asia. So at least we're hearing some of the guys in Australia, but nothing really north of Australia. I heard a few guys. I heard Kevin the other day in the 172 division over there in New Caledonia, but that's about it. I'm not hearing much further north of that area. So I don't know what propagation's going to do. Hopefully in the springtime. I look back at my logbook on the last cycle, and I think it was April, May. I was able to work a lot of guys in Asia, but who knows with this cycle what's going to happen here. But we've been listening over the North Pole in the morning time. That's usually when I have my best luck for Asia, is in the morning time over here over the North Pole. But I haven't had much luck over the pole, that's for sure. Not this year, not yet anyways. But yeah, okay, Larry. Well, I'll let you get back to it, man. I just wanted to get in and say hello to you. And maybe want to swing that beam back around and try and get that 113 division.
Yeah, I'll probably head it over that way here pretty soon. It's probably, let's see, it's 4. Yeah, we might be able to. They should start to be picking up out that way. Yeah, that guy was calling though in 79 not too long ago. I didn't have too good a copy on him over here either. I was getting little bits and pieces. I couldn't really get a whole real solid grip on him. He'd come in there real loud for a second, and the next key he'd fall down and nothing. I wouldn't get anything. And then he'd be back in there a few minutes later, being there real strong. And so it was kind of hard. And I don't think I never really did get exactly who that was, but I remember it was. Actually, I got my little notepad in front of me. It was a 79 BDX, a Bravo Delta X-ray, and then I didn't get nothing past that. so that's what was going on over here. But yeah, it's been. Everything north, like you said, of like Australia. I get a little here, little bits and pieces of a few stations in Indonesia. Not really that strong. A few of them in Thailand, but not really a whole lot going on. Now, the other night I did hear a 203 calling. Now, I don't know if that was a fake call or what, but I've been hearing this guy. I was over here working on something, and I had the antenna pointed that way. I'm sitting. It was like this time of the evening when I got it sitting over there towards like Southeast Asia, Japan, over that way. But I had the antenna pointed that way, and I heard this guy call, and didn't really pay a lot of attention to it because I had my hands full. I heard him call again, and heard him call 203, this and that, and waited a second. I was over here thinking, let's see, 203. I was trying to remember exactly where that was, so I had nudged the computer over here and woke the thing back up, and then looked it up on my little list there and saw that was China. And then I think a lot of people did the same thing. I don't know if I was hearing them before everybody else was, or everybody didn't realize exactly who it was. But as soon as I figured out who that was, and then got ready to call, man, it seemed like the whole Pacific woke up and started calling in. And he said he made a few calls. I don't think he ever did get a solid hookup with anybody, but I know I put a lot over his way, so I don't know if he didn't, propagation or a lot of stations in there or what, or he just didn't want to answer. But I knew I didn't give him everything I had, but I gave him a whole lot over that way. But I did hear some 203